Hello and welcome. Today I am going to make very famous and one of the dishes from Lord Jagannath's Mahaprasad, and that's Mahura. I have been getting a lot of messages from you guys to make Mahaprasad dishes, so this one is a part of the bunch of Mahaprasad recipes that I'm going to share with you. I'm pretty sure I cannot make it like the way it's made in Puri Temple, but I'm going to make sure I'm making it as close as possible. And if you like this recipe, hit like, subscribe and share. So let's go ahead and make this. To begin with, I have here all the vegetables that we need. I have here about half a cup of soaked black chickpeas or kala chana. Then again, it's up to your taste, you can add more or less. I like kala chana a lot, that's why I have taken half a cup. And if you wish, you can take regular white Kabuli chana as well. I was quite fond of kala chana, so I have taken here, and this is half a cup of kala chana, soaked kala chana. And apart from this, I have here some pumpkin, and this is cut into small cubes. I'll show you the size of the cut vegetable. It's up to you. You can cut it into bigger chunks, or else you can even cut it into smaller than this. And then I have here arbi. In Odia we call it saru, and this belongs to the taro root family. And again, this is about half a cup. I just peeled off the skin and then cut it into small pieces, and this is about half a cup of this vegetable. And then I have, this is a buddy, this is deep fried buddy. I just took a regular urad dal buddy and deep fried it in ghee, and this is about half a cup. You can add more or less according to your choice. And then I have here, this is parval or pointed gourd, again cut into small pieces, and this is about half a cup of pointed gourd. And then I have, this is mooli, the regular radish, and again I have peeled off the skin and then I have cut into small pieces, and again this is half a cup. And then I have, this is in English they call it teasel gourd, and in Odia we call it kankoda. In Hindi I think it's called something like kakra or something, and that is again half a cup. And finally, this is green bananas or raw bananas, and again half a cup. I just took out the skin and cut into small pieces. These are the traditional vegetables that go into this dish. In the temple they don't add cabbages, cauliflower or even potatoes and tomatoes, because these are very traditional vegetables that I have added. And potatoes or tomatoes, these were in fact introduced pretty late. That's why the temple still doesn't recognize those veggies as traditional vegetables. But if you want to make your own way, then you can add any vegetable of your choice. Honestly, if you are not cooking it for the temple, then it doesn't matter which vegetable you want to add, but I have just kept it very authentic. That's why I have taken very traditional veggies. And in this dish they add some yam, or as we call it in Odia, desi aloo. That's one of the most important ingredients, but I couldn't find, so I haven't added that. And then of course, while cooking the veggies, I'll add some turmeric and some salt. I'll be adding about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and salt according to taste. And then apart from this, you'll always find the temple curries a little bit sweeter, and that's because they add some jaggery. So jaggery is the secret ingredient that gives that tinge of sweetness to all the temple dishes. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of jaggery. If you do not have it, you can add sugar, but traditionally they used to add only jaggery, so if you have jaggery, then use it. And now let's go through the ingredients that we require for the masala paste. I have here about 2 tablespoons of fennel seed or saunf, or as we call it in Odia, panamadhuri. And then I have 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, 1 teaspoon of whole coriander seeds, and then I have 1 bay leaf which I have just broken into small pieces, and then 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns. I'm going to add a little water to all these ingredients and grind it to a fine paste, and that would be the spice paste. And these ingredients are here for the tadka or the tempering, in which I have here about a quarter teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, which I have dissolved in 1 tablespoon of water, So that's it, and then I have 2 tablespoons of grated coconut. You can add it according to your taste, more or less. And then I have 3 dried whole red chilies and 1 teaspoon of black mustard seeds, and I'm going to make the tadka and the dish in some desi ghee. As I said, I'm going to make it with desi ghee or clarified butter. So I have heated here about 2 tablespoons of clarified butter. Let it get a little heated up. This ghee looks nice golden and brownish because I made it at home. This is homemade ghee, and it's made from organic butter. So the ghee is quite hot now. Now to this I'm adding all the vegetables, and then I'm going to just stir it a little. When you add the ghee, the aroma is just wonderful. This is homemade ghee and it has a lot of flavor, and that's the reason I'm going to stir these vegetables a little in the ghee just to get that added ghee aroma. Now goes the black chana or kala chana, and this step is absolutely optional. If you do not wish to, you just can skip it, but I love to stir fry my veggies for about a minute in ghee. That adds a lot of flavor to it. If you just wish, you can just straight away take all the vegetables, add the masala paste, add the water, and then just cook it. But I just love to stir it a little in the ghee. The flavor of ghee kind of gets into the veggies and it tastes really amazing. So it's been a minute I have been stirring. Now to this I'll add the salt and the turmeric powder. But before that I'm adding the spice paste that's made of fennel seeds, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, bay leaf and black peppercorns. So this is the spice paste that I made, and along with the spice paste I have added about half a cup of water. Now goes some salt and some turmeric powder and the jaggery, and then I'm going to just give it a good mix, and then I'm going to cover the lid and let it cook on low heat till the veggies are all done. And if required, I'll add a little more water just to make sure that the vegetables are well done. So if you are making it, I would rather suggest add about a cup of water, then reduce the heat to low and cover the lid and cook till the veggies are well done. So I have been cooking these vegetables for a while now. They should be done. So I have ended up adding 1 cup of water just to cook the veggies well, and then I added the dissolved hing to it. So this vegetable is well done already, the hing added, and you can see it's quite dark now. That's the typical look of mahura. If your dish is well done, then it will have that darker look. You can see in the temple the mahura is always darker than the other vegetable dishes, and that's the typical color. So this is done. The next thing is to make the tadka or the tempering. Now for the tadka, I have again heated about 2 tablespoons of clarified butter or desi ghee. The ghee is nice and hot. Added the 3 dried whole red chilies, and now goes the mustard seeds. Let the mustard seeds splutter a little, and I just added the dissolved hing to the dish because of this. If you add the hing to this tempering, it's going to splutter a lot because it has water in it, and that's the reason I added before to the dish. So finally the tadka is ready. I'm going to add it to this vegetable dish. There goes the tadka, and I'm going to give it a good mix. The aroma is just wonderful of all those spices, the fennel seeds and the cumin, coriander, everything. Now goes the grated coconut, and now I'm adding the buddy or the deep fried buddy. In Puri they call it nadi, and it looks a little different than the regular buddy. I couldn't find nadi, so I'm adding the regular urad dal buddy for this dish. And if you wish, you can add the buddy before while cooking the vegetables. I like the crunch of buddy, that's why I'm adding it in the end. But if you like buddy to be nice and soft, then add it while cooking the vegetables. The buddy will soak up the moisture and they'll be nice and tender. And now about the thickness of the gravy. If you want this dish to be a little thinner, you can add some warm water to this recipe and make it a little thinner, because the buddy will again soak up the moisture, and this dish by the time it's on your plate is going to soak up even more moisture and become very thick. So if you want it a little thinner, then add some hot water to it or warm water to it, and that's it. So this dish is finally ready to be served. So I have garnished a little bit of grated coconut on top. Mahura is ready. It is traditionally served with any kind of steamed rice, but for me personally it goes really well with some kanika. I have already uploaded a kanika recipe, which is a sweetened pulao recipe, and if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to share the link in the description box. Do try this very delicious dish and share your comments and your suggestions. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe and share. We will meet next time. Till then, bye bye.